Hello everyone and welcome to my very first Rwby speed paint. As some of you may or may not know, I am a huge fan of Rwby. I just can't draw them for shit. So yeah, this was a lot of fun to draw, and just a little sort of warning beforehand, and I'm pretty sure I've put one even before I started speaking. If any of you have not seen chapter 11 of volume 7, Gravity, this will spoil the shit out of it. So if you give a shit, then stop right here and go watch it, or mute this, and but even then, this is quite a spoilery piece right here. So anyway, yeah, this is my very first Rwby illustration, and I was so blown away by that chapter, like the specific moment where Salem gets out her weird tentacle monster man and she just drops it on everyone, and then we get a little bit of like a summer mention, and Rwby kind of freaks out. Like I don't know, just the way that it was made, just everything about that scene was absolutely phenomenal. Like I still like go back and replay it just constantly over and over. That episode, or rather chapter, whatever you want to call it, was absolutely amazing. But before I sort of go more into that, let me talk about a bit of the drawing process and the thumbnailing and sort of the concepts that I was going with this drawing. So I really sort of wanted to do Rwby freaking out about her mother and sort of all that stuff. Like I said, that scene was absolutely phenomenal. And at first I wanted to do just like a bunch of hands sort of like grasping at her, kind of like both her mothers and other silver-eyed warriors throughout the past who maybe have tried to go up against Salem, or who kind of have a hand in all of this. But I eventually just opted to just have her mother's hand sort of like coming up from below, kind of going in for a semi like embrace of Rwby. But I also wanted to still have that weird sort of morbid feeling of all these dead people with their dead hands coming out. So I had like just her mother's hands like rising from below. Around her arms is the cloak that she's seen worn, so it's like this white sort of cloth thing. I also thought that would just be like, one, it's going to signify that it's summer and not just like a random pair of hands, or even Rwby's hands. Like one of my biggest concerns while drawing this was, will people think that those are Rwby's hands? Because they look weird if they were her hands, but they're not. They're Summer's hands. And I sort of wanted this dramatic feeling, sort of just like a very, not lonely, but sort of just when something's about to crack kind of a feeling, if you know what I'm saying. And I also wanted to include the sort of flashes of her silver eyes that she gets when she sort of is not having the best of times, when Salem sort of mentions it all. And I forgot to record the thumbnailing process of this, but it was sort of like the same ideas, and then I just sort of lined it very quickly with my sketch brush, which if any of you are interested in my brushes, I'm going to be doing a video on that soon. And I will be also putting them up on my Tumblr and other places. Anyway, so as you can see here, I'm just going in with a very, basic color. I had drawn Rwby previously. She was just cute and smiling and stuff. I still haven't finished that one. I still need to edit some things. Yeah, I just sort of used that as a reference for the way I color Rwby. You can see that, there's like blood splattered on Summer's hands. That's, kind of signifying that she's dead. And also like the lyric from Red Like Roses, it's your blood that's red like roses. I just sort of had that visual and that like those lines in my head while I was drawing that. So I kind of wanted this creepy vibe from it, I suppose. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to also color this, because I wanted it to have like more of a red tone and tint to it. Obviously got like this red, like this violent red background and all these different things, but also just sort of adding the blues everywhere to cool it down and just make this contrast was, I think that it turned out really, really nice. And having sort of the cape behind, not glow, but kind of glow because of the light, I think it just looks really, really neat. Anyway, so after that, I'm essentially just rendering and putting down the rest of my shadows and tones and whatever I want before I eventually merge the whole image together, and then I blend the lines in with the rest of the color. So anyway, going to the episode, or chapter, whatever you want to call it. Ironwood. Can we take a moment to talk about Daddy Ironwood? Because Ironwood is, or should I say used to be? Okay, I mean, it's complicated. He used to be one of my favorite characters simply because, like, I don't know, he was just Daddy. He was really cool, and he was just kind of, you know, the stressed out guy who was trying to do what was good for the people and all this and this and that. But now, you know, now he's taken it a little too far, and maybe he's kind of a stupid idiot. I mean, we all make mistakes, but like, Ironwood, sir, this has gone on like for this went too far. This went too far. And Ren, throughout this like thingy where they're kind of baiting us of like, oh, is he just gonna follow Ironwood's like early leadership? Like, what's going on there? Like, why are you saying cop rights, Ren? Like, what's going on here? But it's like, I'm pretty sure at this point Ren is not gonna be on Ironwood's side. However, Clover and Marrow, maybe, I wanna say that they're not gonna be with the Aesops anymore. Marrow simply because I feel like, I don't know, he seems to be someone with a very big boy moral code kind of deal that's going on. And Clover simply because he's gotten closer to Crow and to a certain extent Robin, the bird crew, you know. So I'm really hoping that Clover doesn't I hope that he doesn't stay with the Aesops, because that would be really stupid. That'd be like really dummy thick of him. But I'm super scared for this next chapter, because if some of you may have seen or may have not seen, again, spoilers for the next chapter if you haven't seen it, I have a first membership, so I'm gonna see it when it comes out. I've already seen this episode like a week ago, as in the one I'm drawing right now. In volume 5, was it, like the Rwby logo thing was just normal Rwby, but then the W was slashed in half, and that was the volume that Weiss got her shit knocked out, as in like when John unlocked his semblance and then he found out he could like amplify people's auras, and when she was stabbed by Cinder. And now Blake's little B is sliced in half, and Weiss's little W up there is like chipped away, so people are speculating that Blake is gonna, something's gonna happen to Blake, and maybe something will happen to Weiss, but not directly, so probably through Winter. So like maybe Winter will die, or Winter will get the maiden powers but something will go wrong. Cinder. And then other people are speculating for Blake that she's going to lose a leg because Full Metal Alchemist reference or something. But just, you know, what other tragic thing could happen to Blake? And also Barb, the person who voices Yang, mentioned a while ago that she screams Blake's name out this volume, and that, you know, a lot of the writers and VAs and other people involved in the show are just like, y'all gonna be sick, y'all gonna be disgusted with us, but we're gonna be so happy. And that makes me personally really excited, but also super duper fucking scared. I don't know about y'all, but I am terrified for this next chapter. I'm super excited, but I'm not ready what's about to happen. And there's like so many things, like we're probably gonna be in Atlas for a while. Like, let's be real, we're gonna be in Atlas for like a hot minute, and we've only got like what, 2 chapters left of the volume. Like this one's coming out on Saturday, so when I post this, again, sorry for those who don't have first membership, and then next week or the week after for those who don't have it. So that's, you know, we're near the end. We're essentially at the end, baby, and we've got problems stacked up. We've got like a bajillion problems here, and we're nowhere near fixing them. We're beyond. It's terrifying. It's a terrifying thought to me that we've got so many problems still, and we've gone nowhere with it. But I'm so excited. I'm so hyped for this next chapter. Anyway, as you can see, I've pretty much finished most of the rendering. And then after this, I haven't recorded it because I don't think that process is particularly interesting and it's kind of long and boring, where I go and fix up some of my mistakes. Like, I go ask my friends for criticism and they tell me like, oh, move this, do that, blah, blah, and I sort of like just fix everything. If you guys are interested in me ever showing that process or that aspect, do tell, and I will include it next time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the speed paint. Please do tell me if you watch Rwby, what do you think of it so far? And don't forget to follow me on all of my other social media. All links are in the description and all of my ads provided at the end of the video. If you want to further support me, you can go donate to my Ko-fi, and I'm looking to open up a join button soon if any of you are interested in that. We will see. And also, I have a comic that you can find at Between Stars on 𝗏𝗏𝗏 on Webtoons. I hope you guys have a good time, and stand Bumblebee, stand fair game, fuck Ironwood, Salem, go kill yourself.